Ring up Graeme Kenna now.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Hussain here once again, leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Here we are, many years later, many months, if not years later, and you're refusing. You're saying that I'll get back to you, but you're not getting back to me, are you? The reality is that you've been instructed not to engage with me. You've kidnapped my brother. You're lawfully holding him and detaining him at your private prison, your effective private prison, masquerading as a care home. You're denying my brother his basic rights and civil liberties, while you look to plunder and profiteer. It's the same old scheme, isn't it? Isolate, medicate, steal the estate, kill the person. That's what's happening here. You've isolated my brother, coming to nearly a year now. We're just shy of 3 weeks from a year that you've kidnapped my brother under false allegations that I was neglecting him. When the reality was that it was you, the local authority, who was clearly neglecting him. I had been degraded and humiliated enough by dealing with Christopher Browell, who was just a muppet, who was just a puppet for yourselves for me to speak to. I've spent hours and hours speaking to Christopher Browell, trying to resolve the situation, and there was no resolution to the situation, was there? Because you knew the fact that there is no resolution. You've unlawfully kidnapped my brother from my care and custody and are detaining him unlawfully. There is no legal basis for this. You're depriving him of his freedom and liberty, all because why? Because he lacks mental capacity. You've not got anything that proves that he lacks mental capacity regarding where he should reside. All you've really done is spent all that time and effort trying to force through a capacity assessment, and that capacity assessment is decision specific, and the decision was regarding whether he can partake in court proceedings. That's what the decision was. It was not decision specific regarding his residency. It was not decision specific regarding who managing his medication. It was not decision specific regarding who he should have contact with. Those were not decisions that were undertaken regarding capacity assessment. All you've basically done, and you can't get a capacity assessment regarding those decisions because you took so much time and effort and resources buying off the judges and the courts and everybody else to try to remove my brother's rights and freedoms and liberties, but particularly with regards to his decision to make his rights to make decisions of where he wants to reside. I mean, you can't just backtrack on evidence, clear evidence that you have before you. Vicina Brown on the 1st of March 2019 interviewed and did a mental capacity assessment on my brother at Oldham in my absence, while you had instructed the police then on the 28th of February to come and arrest me from our own vehicle and look to have me recalled to prison. And that's what the reality was, wasn't it? It's like you didn't have anything on me, and so therefore this is not the first time that you've commissioned the services of the police to come and unlawfully arrest me, and this is a recurring theme with yourself. Whenever it gets too hot under the collar, you just call the police on the person. You've called upon the police upon me unjustly so many times in order for you to achieve your objectives. And what are those objectives? My brother has had a capacity assessment regarding where he wants to reside, carried out by Vicina Brown, the manager of Christopher Browell, on the 1st of March 2019. And it was concluded that he does have capacity to make decisions of where he wants to reside. Now, why have you taken him and put him into a care home which he clearly does not want to stay in? He clearly does have the mental capacity to make his own decisions, and this issue of the mental capacity is germane to the whole argument, isn't it? It's very, very germane to the whole situation. In order for you to retrospectively justify all your actions, you must now conclude that he lacks mental capacity and buy off your capacity assessors and everything else. But the reality is that it's too late, Mr. Kenna. It's too late, Bradford Council. The time and opportunity has passed. You had a time and opportunity when you first kidnapped him on the 3rd of August 2018 until the 14th of December 2018 to establish that my brother lacks mental capacity. You failed to do so, even though there was a coordinated effort to try to establish that he lacks mental capacity by buying off Dr. Shamoon Sami and by buying off Alistair Bateman, the solicitor, and by buying off everybody to try to force through an agenda. And even in 2018, you were trying to force through that he lacks, that he has diabetes and he is in need of diabetes medication, which is a clear falsehood. Now all of a sudden he's got diabetes once again, has he? All of a sudden in your care and custody, people become ill and in need of your protection today. He doesn't need any of the medication. I've seen the conditions you're holding him under. You're forcibly medicating him without his consent and permission, and that's exactly what you did previously in my mother's case. You forced through an agenda. You took over my care home. You denied me access to see my own mother. You forcibly medicated her. You forcibly vaccinated her and killed her off, and that's what it was, isn't it? Isolate, medicate, and steal the estate. How much money of my mother's did you steal? How much did you plunder? How much debt did you leave her in? This is the reality of the situation. You are abusive and exploitative and vindictive and malicious and vicious organization that choose to tear families apart and looks to make money out of misery by abusing your position of authority and control and dominance and forcing people to be subservient to terrorizing people, aren't you? That's all right. You're a terrorist organization because you're the one that terrorizes people into submission and under the veneer of respectively you're a bully boy tactics, and you're trying to bully boy tactics with me. And as you can see, you're having a hard time. Come on, speak to me. What's wrong? Let's be open and honest and transparent as you claim in your as you claim to be in your council's constitution. You are lying, cheating crooks that have merging people in order for you to save money and save face. You're looking to peddle lies and corruption and deception. And you are torturing my brother, you're torturing me, you're looking to hide behind the corporate veil and scheme and plot. And every time you're scheming and plotting and laying pitfalls for me, you'll keep on falling into them yourself because you're incompetent and moronic and asinine. And all I'm asking you to do is come and speak to me. What's wrong? Have I been abusive, aggressive? You know the fact. If the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be all losing your minds right now. You'd be abusive, threatening, intimidating, threatening to kill people. I'm not like that, am I? I'm being very cool, calm, and collected because I know at the end of the day, it is you that are now running from pillar to post, lying and cheating and manipulating, kidnapping my brother, breaking the very laws that you purport to be working under. You are clearly undermining your own British values. But then again, what are those British values? Pirateering and plundering, isn't it? And that's exactly what you're doing. So I don't know if you're you're going against your written open policies of being benevolent and kind and compassionate, because you're not. You're quite cruel and vindictive and intimidating and narcissistic and toxic.
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. Please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Yes, Mr. Kenna, time is getting the better of me once again. I just wanted to say, so look, what have you achieved in the last nearly a year of kidnapping my brother, other than torturing him and abusing his rights, abusing my rights, forcing us out of my care home, which is now costing you £350 million. There's a daily charge of £1 million accruing every single day. You can buy off all the judges you want. You can buy off all the justices you want. You can pervert the whole institution of British justice all you want. But my costs you will have to pay one day or another, because obviously I'm not doing anything for free. I'm not looking to degrade and humiliate myself in this manner as you're putting me into. Every day I'm ringing up the care home trying to speak to my brother, and now you made some gobbledygook up. Oh no, it distressed him when I visited him. That's what exactly the excuse that you were going to use to regarding my mother.
Sorry, but you've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. If you are happy with your message, press 4. To message sent. Goodbye.
Every day I'm ringing him up, and every day they're refusing to speak to me, and every day I'm suffering, and every day my brother's suffering. And they're utilizing the position of authority as a local authority, and of the position of acting with benevolence and acting in the best interest of others, when the reality is that they're only looking to safeguard and protect themselves from the lies and deceptions that I'm looking to now that I've uncovered that they've now found themselves in, and they have no legal basis to abduct my brother. It's not such a straightforward thing. Yeah, they had to go to court, but they don't need to go to court because they have no respect for the judicial system, because they know the fact that we're prostituting out judges. So it's very difficult to respect something that you're prostituting out. It's ridiculous.